Hi there, and welcome to this exciting new chapter of your life. You know, for so long, many of us have been taught to brace ourselves for the fall, to fear happiness because we believe it won't last. But what if we could rewrite that story? In today's video, we're diving deep into a powerful topic, understanding how it's possible to feel truly happy and embrace that joy without fear. We will uncover the steps to not only recognize and accept joy when it comes knocking, but to truly savor it without the fear of it slipping away. This isn't about some superficial happiness fix. This is about deep, authentic joy, the kind that resonates in your soul and lights you up from within. This journey starts with awareness, right here, right now. Take a moment to check in with yourself. What are you feeling? Don't overthink it, just notice. Is there a lightness in your chest, a smile playing on your lips? Maybe you feel a surge of energy or a deep sense of peace. These, my friend, are the whispers of joy, the subtle and not so subtle ways happiness shows up in our lives. But here's the thing, we often let these moments pass by unnoticed. We're so used to focusing on what's wrong, what needs fixing, that we miss the beauty of what's going right. But you're here to change that. You're here to embrace the good, so let's practice. Think back to a recent moment when you felt good. Well, it could be something small, like enjoying a cup of coffee, or something bigger, like achieving a goal. Bring yourself back to that moment. What were you doing? Who were you with? What senses were engaged? Really immerse yourself in the memory. As you do this, pay attention to how your body feels. Do you feel a warmth spreading through you? A lightness in your step? These physical sensations are important. They are your body's way of telling you, hey, this feels good, let's have more of this. Don't ignore these signals. Embrace them. Acknowledge them. This is the first step to allowing joy to truly take root. Remember, recognizing our feelings, especially the good ones, is an act of courage. It means we're willing to be vulnerable, to open ourselves up to the possibility of experiencing something truly wonderful. And that, my friend, is an incredibly powerful thing. Now that you've taken the time to recognize those good feelings bubbling up, let's take it a step further. It's time to give those feelings a name. We're going to label them. Why is this important? Because when we label our emotions, we move from a vague sense of feeling good to a deeper understanding of our emotional landscape. Think about it this way. Imagine walking into a bakery and smelling something absolutely divine. You know it smells good, but wouldn't it be even better to identify that scent? Is it the warm aroma of freshly baked bread, the sweet scent of cinnamon rolls, the tangy aroma of sourdough? The same goes for our emotions. Instead of just acknowledging that you feel good, ask yourself, what exactly am I feeling right now? Is it joy, happiness, contentment, gratitude, excitement, peace, love? Each of these emotions carries a unique vibration, a specific resonance within us. By naming it, we bring it into sharper focus. We allow ourselves to fully experience the nuances of that emotion. And here's where the magic happens. When we can name our emotions, we can begin to understand what brings them about. We start to see patterns in our lives, recognizing the people, places, and activities that light us up from the inside out. This knowledge is empowering. It gives us the ability to cultivate more of those positive emotions in our lives. It allows us to make intentional choices that lead to greater happiness and fulfillment. So take a moment now and really explore the nuances of what you're feeling. Give that emotion a name. Write it down if you'd like. This simple act can be incredibly powerful in deepening your understanding of yourself and your emotional world. We've recognized our good feelings. We've given them a name. Now comes the truly courageous part, accepting them without reservation. This, my friends, is often easier said than done. Why? Because many of us have, consciously or unconsciously, built up defenses against joy. We worry that if we allow ourselves to feel too good, something bad will happen. We fear that happiness is fleeting, that it will inevitably be followed by disappointment or pain. So we push those good feelings away. We downplay them. We tell ourselves we don't deserve them. But here's the truth. You are worthy of joy. You deserve to experience happiness, love, and all the good things life has to offer. And the more you allow yourself to accept these feelings, the more space you create for them to flourish. Think of it like tending a garden. If you plant a seed but constantly dig it up to see if it's growing, you'll likely damage the fragile roots. But if you plant the seed, water it, and give it the space it needs to thrive, it will eventually blossom into something beautiful. The same is true for our emotions. When we try to control them, suppress them, or analyze them to death, we prevent them from taking root. But when we accept them with open arms, when we allow ourselves to be vulnerable and experience them fully, we create the fertile ground for them to grow. So how do we do this? It starts with a conscious decision to embrace whatever you're feeling. If you're feeling joyful, let yourself be joyful. Don't judge it, question it, or try to rationalize it away. Just be present with it. Acknowledge the feeling and say to yourself, it's okay to feel this way. I deserve to feel good. It might feel awkward or uncomfortable at first, especially if you're not used to giving yourself permission to feel good. But with practice, it will become more natural, and the rewards are immeasurable. No, I'm not talking about dropping a heavy weight overboard. I'm talking about creating a tangible link to those beautiful, fleeting moments of joy so you can access them anytime, anywhere. Think of it as creating a happy place in your mind, but instead of a place, it's a feeling you can return to at will. Our minds are incredibly powerful, but they can also be a bit like sieves when it comes to remembering all the good stuff. That's where anchoring comes in. By associating a specific sensation with a positive emotion, we're essentially creating a shortcut in our brains. So how do we do this? It's simple but incredibly effective. The next time you're experiencing a moment of genuine joy, happiness, or contentment, I want you to choose a physical touchstone. This could be anything that feels right to you. Maybe you gently press your thumb and forefinger together, touch a favorite piece of jewelry, or trace a small circle on your palm. The key is to choose something subtle and discreet that you can do anywhere, anytime. As you're experiencing that positive emotion, focus your attention on the physical sensation of your chosen anchor. Really feel it. Visualize the feeling of joy flowing from your heart through your arm and into your fingertips. Hold that feeling for a few moments, imprinting it in your mind-body connection. You've just created an anchor. Now here's the truly magical part. The next time you need a boost of joy, simply engage your anchor. Press your fingers together, touch your jewelry, or trace that circle on your palm. As you do this, recall the feeling you anchored. Allow yourself to be transported back to that moment of happiness. It might seem too good to be true, but I promise you it works. Our brains are wired for association. By consciously creating these positive anchors, we empower ourselves to access joy whenever we need it most. We've talked about recognizing, labeling, accepting, and even anchoring our joy. Now let's talk about the importance of expressing and releasing those beautiful feelings. This is where true liberation lies. For too long, many of us have been conditioned to believe that emotions are something to be controlled, suppressed, or even feared. But emotions, my friends, are energy in motion. They are meant to flow through us, not stagnate within us. When we hold on to emotions, whether they're positive or negative, we create blockages within ourselves. We prevent the natural flow of energy, which can lead to stress, anxiety, and even physical ailments. So how do we express and release our joy? It's about finding healthy outlets that allow us to move that energy through our bodies and out into the world. This looks different for everyone. Maybe you feel moved to dance, sing, or create art. Maybe you express your joy through acts of kindness, generosity, or simply by sharing your radiant smile with the world. There's no right or wrong way to do this. The key is to find what feels authentic and joyful for you. Remember, releasing an emotion doesn't mean you're forgetting about it or getting lost in it. It simply means you're honoring the experience and letting it flow naturally. It's like watching a wave crest and crash on the shore. The wave doesn't cease to exist, it simply transforms. So I encourage you to find your own unique ways to express and release your joy. Let it radiate outward, touching the lives of those around you. The world needs your light, your love, and your authentic expression of joy. Don't be afraid to shine. Always remember, a good feeling is a precious gift. Joy and happiness are essential to leading a vibrant, fulfilling life. By overcoming the fear of embracing these emotions, you open yourself up to a more meaningful and enriched existence. So cherish these moments of joy and celebrate them. They're not just fleeting experiences, they're the essence of a truly fulfilling life. Embrace them fully and let them guide you toward a brighter, more joyful future. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring content. See you next time.